Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Sleeved Chef. My name is Michael Salomon. As always, my beautiful wife Mary is behind the scenes filming. We're here celebrating another Ravens win, as well as a successful Thanksgiving. I hope everyone out there had a successful Thanksgiving as well. So tonight's dish, we're going to be preparing a spicy R-spin on a spicy tuna poke. Poke is a traditional Hawaiian dish. It's a raw tuna salad. A couple things. So we'll be talking about our main ingredient here, which is ahi tuna. Ahi tuna is also known as yellowfin tuna, if you're looking for it. This evening we actually have our frozen ahi tuna as opposed to a traditional fresh tuna. There's a couple things to note about frozen tuna versus fresh tuna. The most important thing to focus on when you're buying frozen tuna versus fresh tuna is the quality of the fish. This is ahi tuna. I know this is good quality tuna. I trust where I bought it from that the people have handled the product properly. It was frozen when I bought it, and it was thawed out properly. When you want to thaw your tuna, what you want to do is you want to take a bowl similar to this. You want to take your tuna and you want to stick it in the bowl, and you want to run cold water over the tuna. Or if you have a few hours beforehand, that's if you need to thaw it quickly. If you have a few hours beforehand, you can pull it and you can put it in the fridge. That will help to thaw the tuna properly. It'll be thawing at room temperature. You may ask yourself, well, why can't I use hot water to thaw my tuna? Won't it thaw faster than cold water? No, it will not. And more importantly, what you'll end up doing is you'll end up cooking the tuna just a bit, because that hot water will actually cause the proteins to denature and cook. It's a very important note. So, we are doing spicy tuna poke. We have our 2 pound of frozen, thawed ahi tuna. Sushi grade, main important note. We have a single avocado. We have some hot sauce. In our case, we're using sriracha. And we also have some soy sauce as well. If you have a soy allergy, you can substitute coconut aminos. In addition, in place of the soy, it will remind you just the same flavor profile of soy. So what we're going to do to get started here is we're going to take our tuna and we're going to cut our tuna up. We're going to cube it into 1/2-inch size pieces, about bite-sized pieces. So, take our chef's knife. Take our chef's knife here, and we want to very carefully, once again, tuck our fingertips back. Place the side of the knife up against that middle finger knuckle. Use that middle finger knuckle as your guide as you're going across. Yours come straight down here. Let your knife do the work. Here we are. Turn our tuna. It's going to go very carefully. Here we are. So here's what you want to shoot for your bite-sized pieces. You can see here, it's still big enough to where you can chew. It's not going to overwhelm. We'll do the same thing. Our other piece, again, line it up. Fingertips tucked back, thumb tucked in. Straight down with our knife. Also important to note, our tuna, 4 ounces of our ahi tuna has 120 calories and 27 grams of protein, everybody. That's right, 27 grams of protein. So if you need a quick dish to get that protein in, this is a great way to do it. You can make it ahead of time. The dish itself will keep for about a day, for 1 day. I would not recommend keeping it any longer because you are dealing with a raw product here. Go ahead and add our tuna to our bowl. All right, next up, This dish is basic, salty, and heat. So the salty, we're going to use a little soy sauce. And we'll add about a ½ ounce of soy sauce in here. You can vary the amount of hot sauce you want to add to this dish. I like it with a little bit more heat, so I'm going to add a little bit more. It's going to be about 1 ounce of RK sriracha. And I'm going to add some salt, kosher salt. I'm going to add some black pepper, coarse ground black pepper. And let's give this a quick mix. This looks delicious. It smells great too, everybody. The other important thing to note too is that frozen tuna is traditionally less expensive than fresh tuna. It's important. Once again, we want to focus on the quality of the tuna that we're purchasing. Look for ahi tuna, look for sushi grade tuna. Those are both buzzwords you can use when you're out at the grocery store and asking for the product specifically. I'm going to add a little bit more soy here, just to help balance out that heat. And finally, to help balance some of that heat out, once again, we're going to add some fresh diced avocado. Now, a couple things to note about selecting the right avocado. Avocados are ripe when they are black like this, fully black. See this color? This avocado still needs to ripen a bit. You'll see that green on the outside. Second of all, your avocado, you should be able to press in with your thumb, and you should be able to make a little indentation in the avocado. Here, you can see I'm not having much luck. Next, if you need to ripen your avocados faster, you can put them in a bag. Avocados give off what's called ethylene gas, which will cause, when trapped, will actually cause the avocado to ripen faster. This is also true with apples and pears. So, in order to properly dice this avocado, the first thing we need to do is we need to take our avocado, we remove the top pit here. We're going to take our chef knife, very carefully hold your avocado, and we're going to go right into the center here until you feel the pit of the avocado. Then, you want to very carefully turn it with your hand, going right around that pit until you make it complete, until you reach the other side of your cut and remove it. Now, to get the pit out, once again, I'm going to be very careful here. We're going to take our chef knife, we're going to go right into the center of the pit and turn. You don't need a lot of force when going into the center. Don't come all the way back and whack your hand. You're going to be very careful. You want to hold it. You're going to come about an inch, 2 inches back, and just go right into the pit of the avocado. A quick 1/4 degree turn, and you should be able to remove that pit right out. Now, when you go to dice your avocado, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to use the front tip of our blade here. Very carefully, we're going to go straight into the avocado here. Very carefully. You don't want to go through. All right? Slow and steady is the key to dicing these avocados. So you can see here, slow and steady is the way to go when we're dicing these avocados. Now, to remove it, you want to use a spoon to separate the meat of the avocado from the skin. So we're going to go in We're going to use our spoon, and we're very careful. It's going to go right around the outside of that avocado. We're going to use that, and we're going to go right into our bowl like so. This is how your avocado should look when you're finished. To show you another method, if you're not comfortable dicing the avocado while you're holding it, what we're going to do is we do the same thing in reverse. First, we're going to separate our avocado from the skin. Take our spoon, go right around the outside, and there you are. So you really want to focus on getting the spoon in between the flesh of the avocado and the skin on the outside. And then very carefully just work your spoon around the outside edges, making sure it stays in contact with those outside edges. Now we'll just proceed with dicing how we normally would. So now it's safer because you're actually on your cutting board. There we are. Let's give this another toss. This is a very simple, very healthy dish that will give you just the right amount of protein. 27 grams of protein per 4-ounce serving, everybody. It's really, really good for you. So, real quick, we're going to talk about presentation for a second. We're going to be using these smaller bowls for our presentation. Now, a couple things. We're using this because it adds some height to our presentation. So it's going to scoop right into our bowl here. There we are. You'll see here, it's nice because it adds some height to our presentation. Also, now you may say, why not use a bigger bowl? What's the difference? Well, your difference is that you have more white space with a larger bowl. If I put the same amount of tuna in this bowl, visually, it will look like less. Visually, the tuna will look like less of it because the size of the bowl is larger. So there's more white space here versus here. So when you think about presenting your food to your guests, it's very important to focus on reducing the amount of white space on your dish. So you always want to select the proper plate for your item or for your entree. So to recap, we prepared our spin on a spicy tuna poke. We used some frozen ahi sushi grade tuna. We thawed it out properly by running it submerged under some cold running water so the tuna was fully thawed out. Next, we large diced it, so about a 1/2-inch dice. We added a little salty from our soy sauce, a little bit of heat from our sriracha, and we added some avocado as well with fat to help mellow out that heat and round out the dish. And then finally a little bit of salt and pepper as well. As always, everybody, if you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them on our page, or you can certainly message us directly. We'd love to hear from you. What dishes you're looking for, what dishes you might be struggling with. Maybe you just have a question, what should I buy? Please let us know. We are always available here to help you out. Also, you can find us on Instagram at Sleeve Chef in MD. We are on Facebook, The Sleeve Chef, and also you can find us soon in December on the web, sleevechef.com. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening as well, everyone. My name is Michael Salomon. I am the Sleeve Chef. Thank you very much, and bon appetit. Good night.